again. And so for those of you, let me see here. Oh, you know what? I need to put on my mic. So hello, 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 and good morning. Because guess what happened? YouTube, for whatever reason, deleted my daily support live for my women. So you know what? I'm gonna do it again because no weapon formed against you shall prosper, honey. It is not going to work. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. I'm just not gonna allow anything to work. So that means I'm gonna come back here for a few minutes and do another live stream for y'all because I do have some time today. So, hello to my awesome women over 40, close to 50, like me. Y'all know I'm on a mission to help y'all get and stay married, attract the love you desire and deserve. If you're single and you're watching this and you're like, you know what, Montina, I do want a relationship, that's okay. Because I created this daily dose of inspiration support group for women just like you. So, again, I am back again because YouTube deleted my stream. So, if you're here, because you were here earlier. Thanks for joining me again. And if you're here for the first time, it's going to be brand new. You know, who knows what God has for me to share. But again, I have my notes, so welcome. I created this because there are daily support groups for narcissistic personality disorders, Alcoholic Anonymous, grief support, divorce support, blah, 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 blah. But if you're married, who's here to support you? Because I'm gonna tell you, the grandmas that used to talk to us, you know, the aunties, the older women should be talking to us about marriage. But now what I'm finding is there's so much discouragement out there. Whenever I mention anything like, oh, girl, he get on my nerve, this and that, I'm getting on his nerves. Girl, that's why I'm glad I'm single. I can't be dealing with no man telling me what to do. I don't want to cook. I don't say, okay. So, what about women that are okay being married? What about women that are okay being traditional wives? What about women that are okay saying, you know what? I do enjoy relationships. I do enjoy having somebody there at night. It's okay. So, that's why I created this support group. 50% of marriages, first marriages, end in divorce. 67% of second marriages end in divorce. 73% of third marriages end in divorce. And only 5% of people, 5%, get married a third time. So the likelihood of you getting divorced is highly likely, right? Unless you are proactive instead of reactive, unless you're in this to win it, unless you are looking at the chessboard and saying, sis, I'm going to win it. And I have friends that when we talk, we like, look, divorce ain't even an option. It's until death do us part. But whoa, girl, we need to encourage each other. And if you don't have friendships like that, then it is a little bit more difficult. Or you might be just running around her like everything's okay. Get a therapist, sis. Invest in therapy, sis. Montina, I can't afford it. Well, if you're getting your nails and your hair done and stuff like that, you probably can. I spend 100 and well over 200 and something because I have my adult children on my insurance, but it's like $165 for Redirect Health, and you can get health insurance. Okay, you can get health insurance. My hand is itching. I want to give me some money, 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 money. Then there's the 80-20 rule. 80% of everything you want is in that man, in that relationship, in that marriage. But honey, there is 20% that you're like, God help me. And for that 20%, I like to look at it as days in the month. Okay. 30 days in a month, 24 days are absolutely amazing. Okay. 6 days aren't. 80% of the days, 8 times 3 is 24. Do the math. 24 days, 6 days are not. So, I mean, are you going to throw out your entire marriage because 6 days aren't the best? No, you wouldn't throw out a friendship for that. So, I wanted to talk about your feelings today. I have no idea where I picked this up. I'm gonna try to find it on Amazon, but every single day, it's on my refrigerator, and it says, "Today I feel." It's probably backwards, but I go in there and talk about how I feel for that day. Okay, and well, not talk about. You just put it on here. So, do I feel mischievous? I feel happy. So it's a magnet. Excuse me, and I just put it up on the refrigerator, and that's how I feel for the day. I feel happy. Okay, so I want you to think about how you feel today. How do you feel right now? And you're watching this, you probably feel good. Hopefully, if you're joining me, if you're in the replay. But how do you feel? Are you taking a gauge every day when you get out the bed? Because I feel exhausted. Okay, do you need to get a little bit more rest? Are you dealing with some things mentally at work, children, parents, siblings, spouse, dating? Dating can be exhausting. But what you're feeling for the day. So I want you to think about that. And then today we talked about little by little, reading Joyce Meyer's Battlefield of the Mind. And this is a happy Friday day. It's Friday. Little by little, the renewing of your mind will take place little by little. So don't be discouraged if progress seems slow. Just before they entered the promised land, the Lord told the Israelites that he would drive out their enemies before them little by little, lest the beasts of the field increase among them. Joyce Meyer says, I believe pride is the beast that will come consume us if we receive too much freedom too quickly. It is actually better to be set at liberty in one area at a time. That way, we appreciate our freedom more. We realize it's truly a gift from God and not something we can make happen in our own strength. Why do we need to suffer a little while? And she says she believes that from the time we actually realize we have a problem until we're delivered, we endure a type of suffering. But we rejoice even more when freedom comes. When we try to do something on our own, fail, and then realize that we must wait on Him, our hearts overflow with thanksgiving and praise as He rises up and does what we cannot do ourselves. Don't receive condemnation. Don't be so hard on yourself, sis. Okay, when you have setbacks or bad days, just get back up, dust yourself off, and start again. When a baby's learning to walk, I have a grandson, I have a granddaughter. My grandson's, he's on that verge of walking where he's standing up and he's like, and I'm like, come on, Mars, come on. And he's like, yeah, no, not yet, Grammy. But when a baby's learning to walk, they might fall over, they get nervous. So, he doesn't want to fall. So he's like, nah, not yet. But once he's confident in walking and starts walking, he's going to be all over the place walking. One thing in the baby's favor is the fact that even though he may cry a little while after the fall, he always gets back up and tries again. Remember, there is a real enemy after you, and that real enemy can only work through other people, even through us sometimes. He has a strategy, a plan, a well laid plan, and deliberate deception. Montina, some people are hard to get along with. The enemy works through people. The enemy works through people. The enemy works through people. That can be your spouse, your parent, your sibling, your family, your kids, your grandkids, your cousins, friends, neighbors. The enemy can only work through people. That's why I do give people grace because I'm like, oh Lord, the enemy trying to attack me through you? Oh, hell no. Okay. So the enemy works through people. The devil tries his hardest to stop you in the area of renewing the mind. This mind, this mind. He knows that his control over you is finished once you've learned to choose right thoughts and reject wrong ones. He will attempt to stop you through discouragement and condemnation. Also, I notice when I'm around certain people that I may have a heaviness come upon me. Maybe that's heaviness that transfer from them to me. So be mindful of that. I'm very mindful of how I might see situations, people, things they say. Be mindful because your mind, okay, the mind is the battlefield. When condemnation comes, we have to use our word, our praise, our prayer. Our word, our praise, our prayer. Our weapon, our word, our praise, our prayer. Our weapons, our word, our praise, our prayer. Okay? When you fail, which you will, that's what Joy said, that doesn't mean that you are a failure. It simply means you don't do everything right. We don't do everything right. Our spouses don't do everything right. The person you're dating, we're not doing everything right. Now, like I said, cheating and beating, I ain't dealing with it. But they're not doing everything right, but neither are you. So we do need to exercise grace. Your total victory will come, but it will take time because it will come little by little. So instead of thinking negatively, think like this. Well, things are going a little slow, but thank God I'm making some progress. Things are going slow, even as it relates to me having this live stream. We all want people to join, and I have another channel at 40,000 subs. I got stuff coming up on my phone. But God, I'm making progress. I created this because I know that women need support in marriage. You got everything else. We need support. We need each other. I need you, sis. You need me. Things are going a little slow. Thank God I'm making some progress. I'm sure glad I'm on the right path that will lead me to freedom. I had a rough day yesterday. I had a rough day last week. I might be having a rough year. But I chose wrong thinking all day long. Father, forgive me. Help me to keep on keeping on, Lord. I made a mistake, but at least that's one mistake I won't have to make again, or I might repeat it again, depending on what you need to learn. This is a new day. You love me, Lord. Your mercy is new every morning. I refuse to be discouraged. I refuse to be condemned. Speak kindly to yourself. Father, the Bible says you don't condemn me. You sent Jesus to die for me. I'm fine. Today will be a great day. You help me choose right thoughts today. Lord, help me choose right thoughts. Play happy music. Play something subtle on your phone. Play something subtle in your office if you can. Play something subtle in your house. I had some situations that were going on, and I just started playing. And every time I turn around, Amazon, my husband's like, and I come home, the music is on. And it's like, yeah, I just kind of play it throughout the day. Now, I'm a person, I watch the news, but the news can be depressing. So you need to make sure there's something uplifting when you go in certain rooms. It could be smells. Excuse me, smells. Me smelling. It could be smells. beautiful flowers, things like that in your home. Okay. Another good thought to think, I believe God. I believe He's working in me no matter what I feel or how a situation may look. The Lord has begun a good work in me and He'll bring it to full completion. Be patient with yourself. So again, that's little by little, be patient with yourself. I want to celebrate successes with you. So if you're on my Patreon, leave them. If you're here, leave them. I don't think that we do that enough with each other. And then I have here, text 5 friends today. If you don't have 5 friends, leave a comment here. But the goal is have friends. I have friends. I had a picture of my phone today. I was showing some of my Pilates friends, like, hey, I met a new friend in the gym yesterday. And here she is. And my one friend's like, Montina always taking pictures of people. I said, because I want to encourage people. Of course, they're like, Montina's always encouraging people. It's hard to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. If you are in the gym at 5:45, you are committed. Don't you think you need encouraged? Okay. And that's another thing. Get up, get moving. I'm actually coming from Pilates. Okay. I did Tabata today. Do 30 jumping jacks. Do something to get your blood flowing. Do something to get this blood moving. Hobbies are important. I actually joined our senior citizen activity center because my husband's of age where I could join because I'm his spouse. I also do Chicago stepping over the weekend. I have Pilates I'm going to in the morning. I have Chicago stepping on Saturday and Sunday. Do things that bring you joy, sis. Well, my team and my spouse, he be acting funny when I leave. That's okay. Let him know I'm doing these things that I can be a better spouse for you. I'm doing these things that I can be a better woman for me. I'm doing these things because they make me happy. You got to do things. Your habits and your hobbies should make you happy. And that's also where you can find your husband, okay? Your habits should make you happy in your hobbies, okay? The other thing is that's it. This is a live stream I'll be doing Monday through Friday. I would love for y'all to join me. If you are in my Patreon, the happywifeproject.com group, I put links in there where you can actually come in and join me live. I am doing this because women in marriages need support. I am just, whew. And again, not just me. I meet y'all every day. I talk to you, y'all talk to me online, but I know I talk to people in real life. I'm not like this just online. A lot of people online are introverts, and they're not like I'm an extroverted introvert. I'm out and about. I'll talk to y'all, but then I come home. I'm like, "Woosah." But I am. This is my nature, my character, and I talk to a lot of women in marriages, and it's tough. It really is tough to be married, but it's tough to be single too. So it's like it's life. Pick one. Pick your poison. You over here on this side, and you over here on that side. Because at the end of the day, you are going to have to live through this life. Okay. So when I end, excuse me, I got my allergy pill in a couple hours. When I end, I'm going to tell y'all no weapon formed against you shall prosper because I want y'all to put in the comments the joy of the Lord is your strength. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Happiness is fleeting, as my grandma said. You need that joy. That joy when you're feeling heavy, when something's happening. Again, sis, I get it. Some of y'all going through some things because I can feel it in my spirit, but the joy of the Lord is your strength. I declare it and I decree it that no weapon formed against you shall prosper because the joy of the Lord is your strength. Monday through Friday, join me. Hopefully, you have something to do this week. And please don't just sit in the house unless you want to. Because your thing could be like, girl, I want to sit in the bed. I want to eat me something and I want to watch TV. Whatever it is that you do, remember your self care feeds you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So if you're even in the bed, get up and do 30 jumping jacks. But remember, you do need that time. You need that time. So I decree and declare and decree I declare and decree that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Because, sis, and to my handsome men too watching, the joy of the Lord is your strength. So I will see you all next week. Bye. Bye, y'all.